football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gators will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The sweet feet buy a little time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And he loses the football on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Lost a throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. You just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Pushes for the goal line. Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it. Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
And he added the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. play fake on first down, wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
They punted away on 4th down. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through the progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later and take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive turns.
This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down.
Well, it's decision time now for the head coach. You probably like the play call. 3rd down, you're running the ball thinking you're going to get it in your own end. You don't. Now what do you do?
And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability at...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Right on the money. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Got his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Just keep slinging it. Quick completion on the out. Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot. He makes a grab. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll run it on first and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Big guy smells it, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, no! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to throw on third. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
The offense changing the play. From the gun, running back gets to give. They ripped off seven.
Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Just target down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And here comes the offense on second down. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense.
It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Great job by the defense forcing a fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. Makes a catch at the 15. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here he comes out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Gets the back moving. They'll start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
You know, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He leaves it with his back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Trying play action. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Fires to the big fella. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position, making sure that thing fell incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the...
Touchdown Seminoles! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the play fake. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Six propane. Let's go.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Noles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Gator.
We just went to half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the...
And it's a fumble after that huge gain. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, the offense has a nice lead here in the second half, but if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to hold on to the football. And they are very lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. from the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles! That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Extending the play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled.
In a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Give to the back. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Snap from the gun on third down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here.
Okay, break.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Rolling right and going deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Looking deep. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, deep down the right side. And he makes the catch at the 25.
That's a big-time completion there. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, the quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. The screen, and watch out. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Getting set for the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Orlando.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quarterback will keep it. Stop, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Darisaw. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
That makes the score Florida State 42, Florida 28.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that.
Put the ball in your best player's hands. Like late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job on the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Florida State.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They'll go to the ground. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to run it.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Got the quick pass. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this place is going nuts. Your offense comes through in the clutch when you need it. Great job. Now, baby, free football. Let's kick the extra point and go to overtime.
And it's good. A tie ball game, and barring craziness on the kickoff, we're going to overtime. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Seminoles. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to get the extra point and make it a touchdown game, and there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap to the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise.